Fresh coffee. Would you like some?
Sure.
Did Tina fill you in?
Yes. About Gabrielle, I feel just terrible.
Yeah.
If that poison hadn't lost so much of its potency, Gabrielle would be dead, wouldn't she?
Yeah. Well, she's all right now, and don't worry about her. You've got enough to worry about.
How on earth am I going to tell him?
I don't know, sweetie. It's going to be hard.
You know, Larry, it would be a lot easier if I could give him some hope.
Of course. Yeah, like telling him the condition can be reversed.
Yes, that's right.
Vicky, you can't do that. That would be a lie. As much as I hate it, it's not going to get any better.
Well, now, can you honestly tell me that there has never, ever been a case where the condition was reversed?
I don't know. I mean, we're talking in the area of miracles. I mean, because that's what it would take to alleviate that pressure in the occipital lobe. Now, you're not going to help Clint by holding out for a miracle, are you?
When that man wakes up, Larry, I'm going to have to tell him that he will never see his 3 children as they grow up.
I know.
I'm going to have to tell him that he can't read the Banner anymore, that he cannot act as its editor anymore. Well, not now, if ever. And worst of all, that he will never, ever be able to look into my eyes and just see how much I love him. Damn it, Larry, I know him so well. He's going to wish that he had died on the operating table when I tell him that.
Vicky, come on.
He's going to feel somehow that he's less of a man. Or maybe God knows that he's not a man at all anymore. You know him. He hates to be pitied. He's going to misconstrue any sympathy that comes his way as pity. He is not going to see this as a hardship, as something that has to be dealt with. He is going to see this as a weakness.
Is that how you see it?
As a weakness? No, of course. No, of course I don't. I'm angry. I'm very angry because he wasn't given back to us the same way as he was before. But I'll get over that. I'll adjust because God knows the important thing is he's alive. That man has stood by me and loved me through so much torment.
Sure has.
Finally, now I have a chance to repay him. Although he certainly never asked for any kind of repayment. I will stand by him. I will do whatever is necessary to get him through this. But my big fear, you see, Larry, is that he will not respond if he doesn't feel that there's any hope.
Actually, it might be just the opposite. I mean, but by his just sitting around thinking that eventually the blindness will disappear. Well, by accepting it, you see, he's going to have to learn how to cope, how to function in life, day to day, minute to minute. Sweetie, we're not just talking about Clint, we're talking about you, too.
I know you're right. How dare Jamie Sanders have his eyesight and my husband doesn't? Why did that happen? Why? Why?
I don't know.
And Maria threatening me and saying that I would pay. She could have killed me with those earrings. She could have killed Gabrielle with those earrings. She is still haunting us. She's in her grave and she's haunting me. Oh, I have to stop this. I've got to pull myself together for Clint. Oh, God. Larry, what am I going to do?
Come on.
Oh, God.
You're going to have to talk to Vicky and Larry about that. I'm real foggy on the details.
You're foggy. You know, I've never had a migraine headache before.
Clint.
But I think I must have 5 or 6 of them rolled into one.
Listen, maybe I'll go get a nurse. Maybe she can get you a painkiller.
No. No, I think that's what's making me sleep so much. What time is it?
It's about 8:30 in the evening.
How's Tina and Max? They okay?
Yeah, they're doing just fine. And, unfortunately, Jamie's doing just fine, too. They dragged him back to prison, of course.
The kids know about this little accident?
They know that, that you almost died and that you didn't.
And Vicky?
Well, Vicky, hey, Vicky's Vicky. She's holding up.
How long are you going to keep me here?
I really don't know, Clint.
Wish I knew when I was going to get my vision back.
Well, Clint, maybe you shouldn't do that, okay?
I just like to know when I'm going to see you again. It's getting on my nerves, you know? Anyway, you should have been with me a while ago.
Yeah, why's that?
I had a great dream.
Yeah? What kind of dream?
I was at the ranch in Arizona.
Uh-huh.
I just saddled up one of my favorite horses.
You like old Okie?
As a matter of fact, it was okay. It was early morning. You know, the sun was just beginning to peek over the mountain. You know, that sneaky orange before it turns big yellow?
Yeah.
And the sky was so blue, Cord, you just wanted to stare at it. Anyway, when we started riding into the foothills, everything started changing. I mean, the colors, the shyest green of the sagebrush to the boldest green of the pine trees. And the higher we rode into the foothills, the more things changed. I mean, the leaves went from green to yellow and brown and red. Like we just rode right into autumn. And we came out, we were right in the middle of winter in a snowstorm. I mean, it was knee deep on old Okie. And you talk about white, I mean, it was like freshly churned buttermilk. And then I woke up and it's all black. Cord, you there?
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, I'm just listening. That was a great dream.
I want you to do me a favor.
Sure.
Get Larry and Vicky in here and tell them I want them to explain this thing to me. I want to know just how long it's going to be before the medication or whatever the hell it is wears off.
Yeah. Listen, Clint, I'm sure you know this already, but I want you to know I love you, Paul.
Cord.
What?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, I'm fine.
Listen to me. I'm going to be just fine. Hell, I'll be back to normal before you know it.
Let me go get Vicky and Larry, all right? You hang tight.
Clint awake?
Yeah, he's awake. He still thinks that this blindness is only temporary.
Well, good. Maybe we should just keep it that way.
Oh, come on, Asa, he's got to be told.
Why? Wait till he's stronger.
Cord, he's alive.
Hey, Tina, look at you, free woman, huh?
Yeah, totally free. Can you believe it? I mean, thanks to that Roberta Colwyn woman and, oh, yes, and some other things. Well, they dropped the charges and Judge Stillman made it official.
Great. That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Any curiosity about Clint, Tina, who saved your life, or just come over here to gloat?
Asa. Asa, of course I am here because of Clint.
Asa, will you please just leave Tina alone? Please? Look, his nerves are shot right now. I'm sure you understand.
What about Clint?
Well, he's awake. He doesn't know that he's never going to be able to see again.
What? You mean nobody's told him yet?
No, Vicky wanted to do that. I was just in there with him now. He was talking about this dream, you know, he had about all the colors he was seeing and all the changes of season in his mind's eye. I'm sorry.
Cora, I'm sorry. I am. This is going to be very hard on Clint, and it's going to be hard on all of us as a family. But you know, if any family can get through it, it's us.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. It's just, he doesn't know what's going to hit him. He has no idea that this blindness is permanent. It's going to hit him like some kind of a bomb.
Yeah, but just remember, okay? Vicky is going to be there to protect him from that bomb. She's going to protect him with all of her love.
Cord, Kate's here.
Ah, sweetheart, how you doing?
I heard that Clint's awake, but that he doesn't know yet.
Right. I need to go find Vicky and Larry. Excuse me, I'll be right back. Here you are.
What?
Yeah, he is, and he's asking a lot of questions. He would like both of you to go in there and explain to him why he's still in darkness.
Oh, Vicky.
Hey, honey.
Vicky, why don't you let the doctors tell him?
No, I'm going to tell him. I think that's right. And I'm not going to put it off anymore. Vicky is a very courageous lady.
She's the best.
Man, I can't stand much more of this waiting.
Tina's still here? I thought I gave you enough time to make a condolence call and leave.
Asa, I'm not going to let you turn Tina into your own personal punching bag.
Really?
Yes, a lot of bad circumstances caused your son's problem.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute, everybody. There's a lot of bad feelings here. Just look at all the guilt in this room. And making everyone feel worse is not going to help Clint.
Is that why you rushed over here to tell me how to act and what to say, huh?
Say we get out of here.
Well, we just got here.
I know, but I don't think we're doing any good.
Yeah, I know, Max, but Vicky may want to see Tina a little bit later.
Well, yeah, and I want to see Clint.
I don't think that Clint will want any visitors, and besides, maybe you can be more helpful at Landfair with the children.
That's true, too. Listen, if Vicky really wants you, we're only 10 minutes away.
I'm all right. But you will call, won't you, if there's any news on Clint?
Definitely.
Well, congratulations on being a free woman. I'm very sorry for all the grief my brother caused you.
Thank you.
Let's go. Come on, let's go out and walk around a little bit.
Asa, you got to get your feelings out.
You just don't understand, do you, huh? I want to help him, but I can't. I'm as helpless as he is. And I'm as angry as he's going to be. Maybe he is already if Vicky told him.
Well, then, honey, just sit with him. Just sit with him and curse the fates with him.
Renee, just get off my back.
No, I don't think I'm going to get off your back. Because you are running away from the fact that your oldest son is going to be blind for the rest of his life. I'm sorry. But, honey, you are a powder keg. And you better blow right here. Blow right now.
See, honey, I can't imagine that. If I was in his place, I would take a gun and swallow the first bullet. Now, you hear me?
Well, so would I. So would most people. But you get over it.
Maybe other people. But I never would. And I don't think my son ever would. Don't you understand, Renee? I am scared. I am scared right to my bones, because the boy is just like me. And I regret one thing, the way I raised him.
What does that mean, honey?
I raised him to be a man the old-fashioned way. No faults, no weakness. Be in charge. Take charge. Take control. Okay, yes, he's a writer, and he's an editor, and he has brains, but he's also very active. He likes to ride and rope and sports. And he's going to be ashamed of himself for being inadequate. He is never going to feel like a man again.
Honey, you're talking about yourself. You're not talking about Clint.
I just told you, lady, he is like me.
And I'm telling you that he can't afford to be that selfish. Yes, that's selfish. He's got a wife. He's got 3 babies. He's got to put that macho stuff aside for them. And I know he will because of what you've told me about him. I mean, you told me how wonderful he was with his family, how much he loved him. Honey, it is going to be hell. But eventually it's going to get better. I'm sure of it.
I hope you're right, honey. I really do. I hope I am talking about my own feelings. But I'll tell you something. I want to help that boy so much. And I don't know how.
Just by accepting it yourself, Asa. That's the best way that you can help him.
Darling?
Peggy?
Yes, honey.
Oh, what'd I do? Doze off again after Cord left?
Yes, sweetheart.
Why didn't you wake me?
Because you need your sleep to regain your strength.
Yeah, but didn't Cord tell you how restless I am about being this way, being unable to see? And what does Larry have to say? How long is this going to go on? And what the hell is causing it?
It's not really all that simple, honey. Look, Dr. Ashcroft and Dr. Moore, your surgeons, they operated on you for over 9 hours. They had to very carefully remove all the fragments of the bullet.
Yeah, they saved my life, right?
Oh, they did indeed.
What about my vision?
There was one fragment of the bullet that they could not remove without killing you. Do you understand that?
Why are you talking to me like I'm a child? Of course I understand that. I have to live with a piece of lead, but that's not going to make any big difference, is it? Vicky, is it?
Yes, darling. It is. You see, the one fragment of the bullet that was left inside is what's causing your vision problem. Honey, you have to understand that it was a very clear-cut choice that the doctors had to make. It was your sight or your life.
Wait.
And they had to leave it there.
Wait a minute. Choice? Are you saying... Are you saying I'm blind? That I'm going to stay blind?
Yes. Honey, I'm very, very sorry. You will never be able to see again. Your condition is permanent.
We now return to One Life to Live.
Someone who can remove that fragment. You can't expect me to just believe that I'm going to be blind for the rest of my life.
Darling, I'm sorry, but you are.
No one ever had this problem before and recovered?
Well, Larry said that there have been some cases in which the pressure was alleviated spontaneously, but honey, it's so rare as to be almost unthinkable. I mean, we're talking on the level of a miracle.
Well, you see, there you are. Why couldn't I have one of those? Why couldn't a miracle happen to me? Why don't I deserve a miracle? Can you tell me why it shouldn't happen? Oh, come on, Vicky. There's hope. And you know, you really shouldn't go around telling a fellow he's going to be blind when it just isn't true.
Oh, honey.
Now, look, I have a condition. I have a temporary condition that I've got to adjust to. Well, fine. What's it going to take? A few weeks? Huh? A few months? Hell, I could put up with it a whole year if I absolutely had to. But by then, this miracle thing will kick in, and I'll have my sight back, and I'll be normal. Things will be back to normal. Why aren't you agreeing with me, Vicky?
Because as much as I would like to, it's very unrealistic.
That's bull! That is bull! That's absolute bull! I want you to stop thinking like that. I'm going to see again. Now, why in the hell do you want to convince me that I'm going to be blind when I know it isn't so?
God, are you all right? Calm down, sweetheart. I've got to go get Larry for you.
No. I don't. Stay here with me.
Where are you going, honey?
Somebody had better go get Larry.
Why? Get Larry. What's he gonna tell Clint that Vicky hasn't already told him?
Fine, then I'm gonna go in there. Somebody's got to help
What can you do?
Hey, stop.
I don't know. I'm gonna do something, though.
Cord, please, leave him alone.
I guess it wasn't such a good idea to come back here after all. What say we go out and get a bite to eat or something, huh?
I'm not hungry.
Well, what then?
I want to see Al.
Tina, Al is asleep like all little boys and girls should be at this hour of the night.
Yeah, what about your visiting rights? Did you discuss that with Gabrielle while I was in prison?
I was too busy with you in prison to take care of anything. And besides, he was in Argentina most of the time, remember?
Max, I hate this house now. It's like a morgue. You know, I used to love it when Al was here and Vicky and Clint and the kids were all fine.
Well, Tina, we certainly can't have you in this depression. I think I got something that'll do just the trick. What say we get all your stuff, pack it up, and you move into the Holden Towers tonight. You are going to move in with me, aren't you?
Lord Asa, can you please stop pacing like that?
Why should I?
Because you're walking back and forth like this. It's driving me crazy. Tough.
Oh, honey, why don't we go outside and look at the stars, huh?
Yes, I will, honey. I'll memorize them for my son.
And this silence is driving me crazy. I feel like running in there and telling Clint that everything is going to be just fine.
Honey, maybe we should go for a walk, too.
I don't want to go for a walk. We just got back from one thing.
Okay.
Let's talk about something else, all right? Maybe that'll help pass the time, okay?
Sure. I talked to my mom today. She's really happy that Tina's charges have all been cleared. You know, she believed in her all along.
Yeah, I know that. Listen, now that she has been cleared, do you think maybe you could be a little nicer to her? I mean, a few minutes ago, you practically told her to get lost.
Max is the one who suggested they
Yeah, I know,
leave.
but you chimed right in there, didn't you? And not only that, but it was real hard for you to give her those congratulations for having the charges dropped.
What's your point, Cord?
Honey, the point is you are still paranoid about Tina, even though she is with Max now and she is totally out of our lives.
Paranoid, as if I have no reasons to have qualms about that woman? You risked your life and our future together, and I am paranoid?
Oh, fine, man. You told me that you understood that and that you were going to get over it, but listen to you.
I may never get over it, but I'm willing to try. But I'm not going to be that woman's best friend or ever trust her,
I don't want
okay?
you to be her best friend. I just want you to talk to her in a civil manner, all right? You know, I broke her out of that prison because my mother was the one who put her there, and I had to get her out before your brother killed her. What are you doing, honey?
Maybe you and Asa should punch each other out and make it safe for the rest of us around here.
Honey,
That's enough. I'm going to stay calm and deal with this. Now, Larry and my surgeons told you that I'm going to be blind. Is that right?
That's right.
Fine. So when do we get the specialists? Paul will fly them in from all over the world.
Yes, of course he will, and we could do that, darling.
Could do it. We're going to do it. Of course we'll do it. And where is Paul anyway? Where in the hell is he?
Oh, he's right outside.
Well, why hasn't he been in here?
Darling, you've been asleep most of the time.
Is he convinced that I'm blind, too? Is that it? He can't face me?
No, of course not. He will be in when you're ready.
Well, Larry's next. I want to straighten him out about something. I want him to stop those rumors about him taking up residence with some seeing eye dog. That's not true. It's not so. I want you to stop thinking that way, Vicky. And I want you to stop crying about it. Vicky, you can't just sit there and not say anything. I can't see your face, you know, so therefore I can't see what you're thinking.
I'm sorry, darling. I'm just wondering what's the best thing for you, that's all.
You mean whether or not to keep pushing your version of reality?
It's not my version.
That's the doctor's version of reality. Is that it? Well, get him in here. Get Larry in here. I'll straighten them out. I want to I'll put a stop to that. I am not going to be a man who does not see his children grow up.
Honey, please.
Now, that's simple.
Honey, please, don't get yourself all worked
Well, I'm
up.
trying to...
Please, you've only been out of surgery a few hours.
I'm trying to stay calm, Vicky. Just get Larry in here and let me straighten and bring Asa and Cord in while you're at it.
Okay. I'll be right back with Larry, okay?
Oh, wait a minute. Before you go, give me a kiss first. It's been way too long since I've had one of those, you know? See? I'm easy to get along with, huh?
Since when? I'll be right back.
Don't look so shocked. I mean, I've been thinking about this for months. I never imagined that you'd be shocked by this.
Max, I can't do that right now. No, I can't live with you right now, not when Vicky and Clinton need me so much.
Tina, have you considered the possibility that maybe Clint won't want you around helping right now? That he might react to you the same way Asa did?
Max.
Well, I hope not, but... And if he does, I'll fight him over it, but it is possible.
Look, I just can't just pack up all my things here and just leave a note saying, look, I'm having a wonderful affair with the man who owns the Holden Towers. Call me when everything's fine.
I did not mean that.
No, but that's how it would look. Don't you see? It would seem so selfish. Max. I do want to live with you. I do. And we're going to have all sorts of wonderful, great times together.
But not starting now. Okay. I understand. I'll wait. Besides, your staying here will give me some time to get the staff accustomed to the idea of the Queen Bee soon taking residence there.
Cord, I'm sorry that I barked at you.
No, Asa, I'm the one who should be sorry. I should have jumped all over your case just for pacing like that.
Well, that's better. Now, where's your lady?
Well, unfortunately, when Asa left, I didn't have anyone else to yell at, so I lit into her.
Well, Cord, maybe you should go after her.
Yeah, maybe I will, as soon as I find out how things went.
He's demanding to see Larry. I sent a nurse for Larry.
Oh, honey, are you okay? We heard him yell, and then we heard nothing.
He almost knocked himself out with the pain of that, too. Oh, I should have known he would not accept my word for it.
Vicky?
I'm afraid you're in for quite a grilling. He says you're wrong, that you just haven't consulted the right specialists.
Well, I guess I saw that coming.
I think we better go in before he comes out looking for you, and he wants to see Asa and Cord, too.
Okay. Let me have a minute with him first, with Vicky.
Sure thing, man.
You are gonna go in with him, aren't you?
I don't know.
Wait, what do you mean you don't know, Asa? Come on, he needs you now.
I don't know what I can do for him.
Larry, that better be you.
Yeah, it is, Clint.
I'm here too, darling.
I understand you quite naturally are having difficulty accepting the diagnosis and prognosis.
Larry, I know you're a good doctor, and I'm sure that your surgeons, my surgeons, are very fine doctors too, and I appreciate all that you've done for me and being here to talk about it and all that. But the thing is, you've got my wife convinced that I'm going to be blind. And you know, I almost, hell, I almost caved in and believed it myself. And then I realized how absurd and ridiculous and absolutely ludicrous the whole idea of it is.
Listen to me. I'm your friend, and I love you and Vicky very much. And there's no way I would put either of you through this if it weren't the honest-to-God truth.
How can you know that? How can you know that? How can anyone know that? You don't know that.
Clint, that tiny little fragment, the one that they can't get out, that's causing pressure.
Then hit me up alongside the head and jar the damn thing loose, or get somebody else in here who can. Now, Larry, I know it can be fixed. If you can't do it, then just get another surgeon in here who can.
Listen to me. The fact is, there isn't a surgeon on this earth who can remove that fragment. Clint, I'm sorry. You are permanently blind.
I don't buy that!
Larry.
I don't buy that!
Clint.
I'm not gonna buy that!
Settle down.
No!
Settle down. Take it easy. Take it easy.
You get me a real doctor in here.
Take it easy.
Get me a real doctor.
Son, what are you doing?
Clint, come on. It's not Larry's fault that you're blind.
I'm not blind! I'm not blind!
You stop yelling. Stop acting like a fool. Take it like a man. The man you are. The man you'll always be no matter what. I'll tell you something, mate. I just am so glad that you're alive. So you can't see, son. Thank the good Lord you're still with us.
They've got you convinced.
Can I tell you what they got?
They've got you convinced?
They got me convinced, all right, that you're going to be okay, one way or the other.
Cordero, good morning.
Elizabeth, how you doing?
Only so-so, I'm afraid. But compared to your father's problems, mine are minor.
Where's Kate?
She left for a meeting at the office.
You know, she was asleep last night when I got home, and when I woke up this morning, she was already up and out. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. I am starting to get the distinct impression that you are trying real hard to break me and Kate up.
That's right. And while we're on the subject, why the hell did you wait till we got to Monk's Hollow?
Because Jamie would have taken off by then. He would have been gone, and he probably would have taken Vicky and Tina hostage. Look, it's over. It's water under the bridge. I'd do it again if I had to, and you know it.
Yeah, I do, unfortunately.
You know, none of this would have happened in the first place if you hadn't have arrested Tina and put her on trial for something that Maria had done. It was her doing.
What, you're saying this is my fault for acting on the evidence?
What are we even arguing about it for? It's over.
Oh, I don't even know. I came by to see how you are.
Well, hell, can't you see? It's obvious. I'm fine. Never been better. Yes.
It's me, Leslie, Mr. Buchanan.
Ah, Leslie, come on in here. Let me get a look at you. Hey, Rafe, sit down. Take a ringside seat here someplace. Watch a blind man shave.
Do you want to put the shaving cream on yourself?
Yes, I want to put the shaving cream on myself. I haven't forgotten how to find my face, you know. Just lather up the brush for me, hand it to me, and then just stand back.
Listen, you mind if I ask why you're not using an electric razor?
Not at all. I don't like electric razors. I never liked electric razors. I don't like electric razors now. I've shaved for a lot of years, Rafe, using a good old-fashioned blade.
Okay, here you go, Mr. Buchanan.
See?
Very good.
How am I doing? Huh?
Okay. Now,
Here's the razor.
Okay. Oh, Les, hold that mirror up a little bit, will you? I can't see my face. What's wrong? You people don't have a sense of humor? I thought that was pretty funny. Piece of cake, ain't it? Huh? Is it a piece of cake or what? Huh? Oh, damn.
It's all right. It's to be expected.
It's not all right. Now what happened?
You just spilled some water. It's okay.
It's not okay. And stop being so damn patronizing to me.
I put some of Clint's things together to take him to the hospital.
I thought you might like the new cassette player that the kids got him last Christmas.
That's a good idea. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just looking through some of these tapes. I thought I might find some of his favorites.
Thank you.
Vicki, would you like to talk about all this? I mean, I know you didn't get much sleep because I heard you pacing when I was up at 3 a.m.
You didn't sleep either, did you? No. I don't know. I keep thinking if I keep moving, maybe I'll accomplish something for Clint. I don't know what. Well, I wonder if there's anything he can use here in the desk. The leather writing tablet. That's useless. His backup pair of glasses. Tina, honey, if he can't go back to work, there's just no hope of getting his spirits up.
Look, Vicki, maybe we should, bring him some of these blank tapes. Then he could dictate what he'd normally write down.
Well, he won't want to do it, but it's a nice thought. Thank you. The kids will be finished with breakfast soon. I told them earlier that when they were through with breakfast, I would discuss what happened to Daddy with them in depth.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of questions. I managed to sidestep them.
Yeah, so did I. I kept thinking, well, I'll have the answers later, and now it's later, and I don't have one single answer. This is going to affect them much, much more than it will affect me. I asked Cordero to come by here this afternoon. I was hoping maybe he could play football with them or something outside. I mean, it's not the same as Daddy throwing the ball, but I asked him partly because I think they're going to need a lot of physical activity so they can deal with their anger, even though they probably won't realize that they're angry, and partly because it might make up for their father not being able to roughhouse with them. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yes, you do.
I think I need counseling more than he does.
Vicki, I think your instincts are very good, really.
Hey, Mom. I'm done with breakfast.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Aunt Gina. Hi, guys. Vicki, do you want me to leave you all alone for a little while?
Not particularly, no. Come on, let's sit down, shall we? We'll get comfortable. Slide over, honey bunch. There we go. Now, I promised you we would talk about Daddy, and that's what we're going to do, just as much as you want. Okay? Questions?
He'll be getting out of the hospital soon, right?
Not right away. No, he has to get a lot stronger first.
Does he have headaches?
Yeah, I think he's got bad headaches, yes.
Yeah, but that's all, right? I mean, as soon as his headaches are gone, he'll be back to normal.
Well, yes and no. See, well, okay, I'll just tell you. The operation was a big success. You know that, right? In every way, except one. Now, before I go on, I want you two to understand something. That yesterday, we came very, very close to losing Daddy. He almost died on the operating table, but the doctors were able to save him. And this is how they did it. The bullet that was in Daddy's head, you see, broke into lots of little pieces, and the doctors had to take out all the little pieces. And they did that. They took them all out except one. There was one little piece they just couldn't get to. It was too dangerous. And so they had to leave it there. Now, unfortunately, this one little piece, and it's so tiny you can't even see it, is in a place, a part of Daddy's brain that affects his vision. And because this little piece is pushing on a part of Daddy's brain, he can't see anything.
You mean can't see?
No. He can't see anything. Well, it's as if his eyes are just closed. He's lost the use of his eyes. He's in the dark.
Are you saying Daddy's blind?
Yep. I'm afraid that's true.
But for how long?
Honey, I'm afraid it's for the rest of his life.
Rest of his life?
Clint, hi. Me.
Me? Who's me?
Delilah. Hi.
Oh, Delilah. You look gorgeous, as usual.
Well, thank you.
I assumed that, you know. What do I smell?
Flowers. Roses, to be exact.
Oh, what color are they? They smell yellow.
Well, no, they're red.
Oh, red. All right. Red roses. All right, I have a visual image of red roses. Be sure and put them somewhere handy, will you, so I can just stare at them all day.
Come on, Clint.
Clint, I'm sorry. I knew that you couldn't see the flowers, but I thought maybe you'd welcome the fragrance.
Don't mind him, Delilah, all right?
Yeah, Rafe's right, Delilah. Don't mind me. Just forget me.
Clint, please, I love you. We both love you, and we're both so grateful that you're still alive, and sorry about this accident.
Ah, yes, the accident. The accident. Well, let me tell you something about the little accident, Delilah. My accident put me in kind of a foul mood, you know. It's not really the best day for visiting. So maybe if you come back in, 5, 10 years, maybe, well, maybe then I'll, be able to deal with this little problem a little better. I just may be a real nice fella again, you know?
What are you trying to do, Clint? Drive everyone away? People care about you. They want to support you.
You want to support me? Look, people want to help me. You tell them to find me a surgeon who can get me some eyes. Other than that, just forget it.
All right.
You've never been insecure about Kate in the past. Why are you having this sudden attack now? Believe me, she has no interest in Patrick. And no matter what he says or thinks, she will never leave you for him. You and Kate been quarreling.
Yes. Yes, we did have an argument yesterday at the hospital. But not about my insecurities, about hers over Tina. I wouldn't put it past Patrick to be putting ideas in her head right now, especially since Tina has been released.
Well, you can't ignore the fact that Tina has caused problems for you and Kate in the past.
In the past, Elizabeth, that's the operative word there. But right now, Tina is no part of my life. And if you ask me, Patrick is the one who is obsessed with Kate.
Now, please. You're overwrought about your father, and that's understandable. But don't make more out of Patrick's presence here than there is.
If you weren't staying in the house right now, Elizabeth, I would have no problem. And if all you're worried about is protection, don't worry about that, because I will be here from now on. Guarantee it. Do yourself and everybody else a favor and remove that man from the house right now.
Remove who? Me?
Your services as guard dog are much appreciated, pal, but no longer required.
Well, I think you're wrong about that, Cord. You see, Tina might need you. Then you'll desert the women again.
Now, stop it, both of you, before you get into... Hello. One moment. I'll have to go into the study. I'll call you from there. I won't be long. We'll settle this when I get back. If there's any physical violence, neither one of you will be welcome here.
Hey, Cord, what's making you so nervous, man? Could it be that maybe Kate no longer understands without also being a fool? Yeah. Watch out there, Nacho Man. Don't want to start anything without Elizabeth around.
You're not worth the effort. Besides, you probably just go run her to Kate, telling her how much I hurt you trying to score points with her again.
Look, Cord, all I got to do to score points is just sit back and let you operate.
I want you out of Kate's life, and I want you to get your tail out of this house, because if you don't, I will drop you like a bad habit.
Oh, I'm quaking, buddy. I'm just terrorized.
You keep making jokes, laughing boy. You're going down for the count, and I will see to it one way or another.
Oh, we are getting so much accomplished. This place almost looks like home, except for the wallpaper, but they'll be here to finish that next week. My own home. At last. I almost feel guilty, Steve.
Why, for moving out of Landfair?
No, not that. It's just that now I'm feeling happier and more peaceful while the Buchanans are very upset and depressed over Clint.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to tell you to do about that. It's going to be very rough on those kids and on Vicky, not to mention what it's going to mean to Clint.
I know. That's why I'm going to stay close to Vicky if there's anything she needs, babysitting or anything. Well, let's get these dishes to the kitchen.
All right. Sounds like a good idea. Are you sure you can handle that now?
I may be short, but I'm not a wimp.
Well, we'll see about that. You stay there. I'll get it.
Thanks.
Work on those muscles.
Here, take these. Here, you can hang on to these two. Be very careful. That's very fragile. And I will take care of Al's gifts myself. Yo, son, look at what I brought you here. Look what your daddy brought you. His name's Seymour. You can change it if you like. And also, for those long, lonely nights staring at the ceiling, I brought you a little color for your world as time goes on. Yes,
Max,
that's right.
What the hell do you mean just coming running in here and disturbing everything?
Within a few months, Daddy will adjust to his life without sight, and we will get used to him being like that, and then everything will be okay.
Are you sure?
Absolutely, I'm sure.
Honey, we're all going to do everything we can to help your daddy.
Mom, will he have to have a cane and a dog like Mr. Gaines does at the shoe repair shop?
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to have a cane.
Yeah, but just think about Mr. Gaines. I mean, all the things he does and how well he gets around.
Well, they just have to make him okay.
Oh, baby, they tried. They just couldn't do it. Listen, honey, Daddy's very upset about this.